Hey everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with another tabletop video review. Again, I'm putting it out in front, I'm not on the table. Longer guns like this, long guns, are a bit tough to do on the table because I can only get so high off the table and then I'm bumping into my camera and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna do out in front of me and we're gonna show it off. I do a little more filming around. I always use a cheat sheet whenever I do any of my videos. You just don't really see it. I cut out all the ums, the oohs, the ahs, the mistakes. So those will be in here because it's, I don't like cutting stuff like that out and chopping up the video too much unless I completely have a brain fart and have to redo an entire section or something. But we're taking a look here at the Specna Arms. This is the SA-FX02 Flex AEG Airsoft Rifle. See, there's a mistake. Rifle. And this is the tabletop review. Now, this product is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store over at replicaairguns.ca. It comes in different configurations. It comes in an all black. It comes in this cool pink. I think it's nice. If guys, girls can use it, whatever. Pink's not a bad color. I've got a lot of pink shirts, and that doesn't mean anything. It's just a color, right? Let's get over it. All right, it also comes in tan. So maybe if you don't want the pink, you don't want the black, you like something that's two-tone. I always like tan. It looks good. I think two-tone guns are sharp looking. It's mostly plastic. It's fiber reinforced. There's a lot of plastic, but there's also a lot of metal where it needs to be. There's a lot of metal reinforcement and metal parts, gearboxes, things like that, in it. So that said, it is designed to be lightweight. It's a lightweight gun, supposed to be quick target acquisition. It's built for beginners and advanced users because there's a lot of stuff going on. It's fully programmable trigger. I don't know how to program it, but they do give you a nice card that's got all the information about how to do it. You got to use the safety in combination with the trigger to change the settings. But with this card, you should be able to get it exactly tuned, the trigger tuned the way you want it in terms of basically responsiveness and all those things and what kind of shooting modes you want. So it's nice that it has this card and it's plastic so you can keep it with you because you're probably going to forget how to do it after you do it. I know I will. I'll forget how to do it literally 5 seconds after I program it. It's just the way my brain works these days. You got some information here. You got a scan code there to scan in and get all your instructions. You got this little, it looks like it's a sticker thing. So it's a sticker sheet. And then you've got, it looks like some more scanning stuff, probably for some promotional things, get you to their website so you can buy more of their stuff, right? Because that's how companies work. You buy their stuff, they make new stuff. You buy more new stuff, they make more new stuff, right? It's a win-win for everybody. Okay, so this is not the shooting video. I like to get that out there. We're not going to shoot it at all. That's a different video. That's my field test shooting video. I did put a battery in here. I put a 2S LiPo battery in because it's basically one of these guys. Because it's very tiny in here. I'll show you in a bit. But I couldn't put a 3S, even my small 3S. These are my drone batteries. But they do work with the Dean's connector. I have a Dean's adapter that lets me use these, so that's kind of cool. But this one's even too big to go in the buffer tube. So you're going to have to source out a battery that fits in here. If you want a 3S, so like an 11 volt, you're going to need to source that out. For me, I'm just using a 7.8 volt 2S battery. So basically the full auto is going to be a slower cycle rate. A 3S will give you a much faster cycle rate. Okay, I don't know if that's programmable, but it is the way it is, the way it is. Hey, I said a lot of what is it. Okay. All right, like I said, there's going to be some bloopers in here, so enjoy them. So let's get into the specifications. I'll read through them because I don't have them memorized. As I was saying, I don't remember much these days. It's made by Specna Arms. It's part of the Flexline X series. It's designed for all types of shooters, beginners, and experienced. It comes in black, pink, and tan, two-tone pink and tan. So there's, as you see, even the pink and the tan versions have black, but they're not all black. It's based on the AR9 platform, and the reason I call it the AR9 is because it has a 9mm magazine instead of a wider 223 magazine, so it's kind of referred to as the AR9. Basically AR 9mm. Semi and auto, full auto selectable, all kinds of programming through the single action electronic trigger that it has. It does have a MOSFET ETU, and it's got the low battery alarm, which I know because I put the wrong battery in. I put in one of my batteries that wasn't working, and it gave me the beep, beep, beeps telling me this battery is not going to be enough. It does have a compatible connector, so if you don't have a Dean's connector or an adapter for your Dean's connector, then this will work for the different batteries that you have. So it does come with that. It also comes with, well, we'll get into that in a second. It does come, it shoots 6mm plastic airsoft BBs. It does have an adjustable hop up, which you can get to right here. You can see it there. So you can also, basically it's got a fake bolt, which you can then pull back. So to get at it, you go like this. Yeah, I just dropped the box anyways. That's all good. Okay, right? Let me get my paperwork. We'll just keep that all in there. I'm going to grab the box and show it to you in a second after I go through the specifications. It does come with 2 springs. So I believe the M100 is installed. So the M100 is going to be the more powerful spring. I'm not sure the exact FPS of this guy, but I think it's somewhere in the 200s. What is it now? So the M100 is the 360 FPS, which it's claimed. The M90, which comes here, is a 210. So if you're doing more indoor skirmish type stuff and you're going to be close range, you might want to use a lower velocity. But the springs are easy to get to. So essentially, it's right on the box here. You just take this guy off, take the battery out. I think you need a screwdriver, but the screwdriver just takes the spring out and you can quickly change it. So it's quite easy. You could very easily bring if you do need a tool, the screwdriver, you can bring that with you and change it on the field. So that's kind of cool. Again, it has that adjustable hop up, which I showed you. It does have a mid-high cap. I'm going to call it a mid-high cap magazine that holds, it says here 270 rounds, but on the box, it says 360 rounds, I believe. Something like that. Yeah, 360 BBs in the high cap magazine. So, oh, hold on a second. The box that I'm looking at has a slightly different magazine. So it's got the AR-16 style magazine. So maybe depending on which version you have. On the website, it says 270. So that makes sense because it's a different magazine. The wider magazines are probably going to hold more rounds. So depending on which version you have, which magazine it has, it's going to have different amounts of mag. So we'll go with 270. Again, it's got the reinforced polymer and a zinc alloy and steel construction. So lots going on. It weighs 4.7 pounds or 2.1 kg. The total length is 30 to 33 centimeters, or sorry, 30 to 33 inches, depending on which position you're using. It's a 6-position stock. Okay, so that equivalates to 76 to 84 centimeters. Again, 350 to 370 FPS is claimed. It has a 12.5 inch or 32 centimeter inner barrel, non-rifled. And it does have the pop-up removable plastic sights. So these are plastic, they are pop-up. Okay, they work pretty good. You don't have to push anything in. Sometimes you gotta look for the magical button to, on some of them. I'm not really sure I like it either. I like it that you can just go like this and just boop, boop. You don't have to go searching for the buttons, right? So that's okay. They are fully adjustable. The front sight, you're gonna need to adjust it with this little ring, and the back sight, you do have a dial that moves it left to right. So you've got windage and elevation adjustments, okay? Again, 6-position adjustable rear stock. So there's some metal on it. Some of the metal you're going to find, the Picatinny rails are metal, the charging handle's metal, the bolt release is metal, the flash hiders, whatever you want to call that's metal. Assorted pins, rings, and screws are going to be metal. Again, the charging handle does give you access to the rotary hop-up, which I showed you. It does come with the springs that I was saying, which are ESA quick spring change system, allows the spring to be changed without the need to disassemble your gun, which is great. I think you will need a screwdriver. Keep that in mind. It does have a magnetic sensor trigger, which detection with 5 levels of trigger sensitivity and 6 pre-cocking settings, allowing for tailored shooting. So that's all programmable. And they are a Polish-based distributor made in PRC. I showed you the spring. I showed you the Dean's connector. I'm going to show you the box. Okay, that's the front. Not too much on there. I'm going to just read off on the back real quick. It's got a 6.03 millimeter precision barrel, the precisely made rotary type hop-up chamber, so it's precision hop-up, polymer receiver reinforced with nylon fiber, reinforced gearbox, ready for M140 springs, so you can use a fairly heavy-duty spring in there, and it's ready for it. Again, different magazine capacities based on which version you have. Easy spring access system. It's called ESA, just so you know what it is. There you go. So this is really a product designed to be lightweight, designed to be suitable for any shooter. So you might be an advanced shooter and you got a real expensive gun, you've invested a lot of time and money and modded it and done all sorts of changes to it, added all kinds of accessories, but maybe you want a different gun just for something that's lightweight, you can throw on your back, you know, whatever. Maybe you're going to be like roughhousing through the wilderness. You don't want to take your $1,000, $2,000 gun in there and beat it up. Maybe you just want an inexpensive gun. I'm pretty sure this is like $299 Canadian. That's not expensive for what you get, all the programming and all the decent parts that are in here. It's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to perform really well for us. That's what I'm hoping. And that's kind of the usage case, right? I will show you it around. Let's do that now. Get in here close. That's part of what's important with these videos, even though I'm doing a non-tabletop. We're going to get in here nice and close because it's always good to see these guys up close. Again, you have this ring. Hopefully you can focus on it. You got this ring for adjusting. You know, you could put because these are removable, you could put anything you want on there. This is all metal. So this whole front kind of like flash hider unit is all metal, almost like a mock suppressor. You do have metal parts in here like this, and all the barrel inside, the black in there is all metal. The Picatinny rails are metal. You've got the side ones. You've got M-LOK on it. You can see you've got M-LOK, right? So you can add whatever you want. You've got a nice long Picatinny rail for adding whatever you want. The buffer tube, by the way, is plastic, not a big deal. This is a 6-position stock. Okay, I'll open it up in a second. It's not ambidextrous in terms of your selector switch, but there you go. Okay, go full auto. So works good. It's going to be faster if you have a higher voltage battery. You've got your magazine release here, nice straight trigger. And you've got your magazine, very lightweight. Even the magazine is very lightweight, okay? So it's got a wheel, so it does have a wheel. It is a mid-cap, high-cap mag. We'll call it mid-cap because of the design. You can get access to your motor very easily if you need to do any, you know, maintenance or servicing. You've got your metal charging handle, which again opens up your hop-up area, and you've got basically the release on the side here, right, which closes it. There's no dust cover, but you know, you'd normally see a dust cover on an AR-15 style, but maybe the AR-9s don't have them as much. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's just the style of an AR-9. Let's take this off. So you've got this little bit here, which you got to pull these two down all the way to get it off. And you can see, just caught it before it fell. And you can see here, I've got my little guy, right? There's my little guy, this is for one of my little drones, right? That's why it's so tiny. So I don't know how much battery life this is going to give me, but it's enough for me to do my testing. You can see here I've got the Dean's connector there, and then I've got my adapter that goes to my, I think it's called a 30X adapter for the drone here. But you can use either the Dean's connector on your battery or use the adapter that comes with it. So we'll put this back in. You can see it goes in pretty easy. Just got to make sure you don't kink any of these wires, but you can see it all fits in there pretty good. The buffer tube's pretty long. Then you put that guy back on, and then you got to pull this all the way down, right? Because you'll notice here, it doesn't go all the way down, so that you don't pull it off every time you get to the max rear location. Yeah, so it's got a peep sight on the back. Let's see how this feels. I haven't really looked down the sights too much. It looks good. It's just in the right place. Like it's close, but it's not too close. You got a nice open peep sight there. It's not, again, not too tight, not too wide. So it should be good for pretty quick shooting. Yeah, nice gun, you know. Let's take a quick look at the other side. I'm not sure if I really showed it to you. So that's the yeah, I'm not really sure what that would be. Maybe on some guns, they might have something else there so you can eject off the other side. I'm not really sure exactly what gun this is styled off of, but it is a nice gun. I think it's going to perform pretty good. There's your trigger, there's your selector switch, right? Okay, nice textured everything. Again, you've got this sort of rubber coating on the side here. You've got the rubber butt plate, and it's actually quite soft. It's some of these things are hard plastic. This is actually rubber. So it's a fairly comfortable gun. You even got this little metal ring on the front there too. It's well made. It's well designed. I think this is going to perform well. Stay posted for my shooting field test. That's going to come up hopefully in a week or two. I've got a bunch of field tests I got to do. I got some catch up to do. But yeah, let's get to it as quickly as possible. Pros and cons, let's get over that real quick. Pros and cons, it's affordable yet very high quality product for what you pay. Perfect for all types of shooters, again, beginners, advanced. Quality components throughout, customizable trigger settings for sensitivity and shooting modes, lots of color choices, 6-position rear stock. It's got the ESA quick spring change system, which makes spring changes quick and easy. It comes with the 2 springs for potential indoor, outdoor usage, and it has plastic parts that are fiberglass reinforced, making them durable and lightweight. The quick release, fully adjustable pop-up sights, no orange tips in our Canada store versions. It's nice. I don't think this one isn't available in the US. We do have some Specna Arms stuff in the US, but not a lot of stuff. This one is not in there. There's no orange tip, again, in the Canada store, just said that. Lots of rail mounting options, Picatinny rails, top, sides, and bottom with M-lock as well, if you want to add even more stuff to it. You can bling this thing right out. It does have that metal V2 gearbox with metal gears and mostly all metal parts. Didn't really say that earlier, but that's part of the build. It does have the easy access motor for possible troubleshooting you may need to do at any point in time. Stuff breaks, got to live with it. Cons, lots of plastic on this airsoft rifle, making it a bit lightweight. You know, it is lightweight, but that's the whole point of it, is to keep it lightweight and easy to carry around. You will need your own battery and charger setup. Doesn't come with that, but you know, anything decent generally doesn't. Some of these really economy airsoft guns, sort of really entry-level beginner ones, do come with a really cheap charger and a really cheap battery, but you're probably gonna, you know, grow out of that pretty quickly. So it's better that you just use your own stuff and buy your own stuff that you like. And you will need a very compact battery setup with most of these Specna Arms models, especially when the battery goes in that buffer tube. All right, again, it's in our Canada store, links in the description, and it looked like we had most of the color options. There are a few other Specna Arms products in the US store, but we do have a lot of airsoft products in the US store, so I'm sure there's an option of another brand that's similar. If you're looking for this style of airsoft rifle, there'll be something similar in our US store. And that's it. So stay tuned for the field test shooting video coming down the road. You know, like, subscribe, check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. If you're interested in other products, airsoft guns, BB guns, airsoft, so that airsoft guns, BB guns, air guns, pellet guns, blank guns, accessories, then check out replicaAirguns.ca for Canada and replicaAirguns.us for the US. Check out replicaAirguns.com, where I have my written articles, post reviews with additional photos. Try to get in there, get some photos for you guys. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.